Alright. I honestly wasn't really expecting the fight with Clayman to happen at the meeting. I figured it would happen later, but makes sense, I guess. Even if I feel like this meeting has just made all the other Demon Lords seem dumb. Are you good? Not only do they not question Malim's state, they don't show any doubt for Clayman. I just feel like everyone's kind of being an idiot this past episode or so. That sounds like they say, stand up, shoddy. Still have no idea what that dude's deal is. Why are the songs so much louder than the show?
And what happens to Pai and Yakumo?
So you came all this way just because you wanted to read the next volume of a manga?
Okay, so he can just teleport anywhere?
Just sit around and use
Or can he just teleport
imagination?
immediately to Rimuru?
See that girl, Malim? Could you maybe play with her for a bit?
Play with her?
She's my older brother's only child. This is the first time I've ever
Oh!
seen her, but she's still just a kid, I see. Very well, leave it to me.
Huh. Yeah, no, given her backstory, that checks out, though, so... Huh. Are there, like, only, like, 4 dragons in the entire world, then? I think Guy's dragon girlfriend mentioned there were 4. I think that was including her. I don't know if that was including Veldora. So, yeah, maybe there's, like, literally only 4 dragons in this entire world.
Are you okay?
Are the other Demon Lords going to comment on this at all? Or can they just not see it for some reason now? Because they were able to see into it before.
Don't let them get in my way.
Right.
Jesus Christ. It's like a pit bull with a baby.
She is under the controlling spell known as Demon Dominate. Undo the spell?
You can just undo spells at will. Just got infinite counter spells. I mean, it makes sense. It's fucking Rimuru, of course he would.
You're okay now.
What the fuck, dude?
Understood. Leave it to me.
Just completely absorbed in the fluff.
That just leaves Viola.
I regret that I was unable to show you what I'm capable of, but I have at least prepared these spoils of war for you.
Spoils of war? Wait, so this scrap metal is all that's left of Clayman's finest masterpiece?
I mean, how is this scrap metal? It's literally the entire body. I think I somehow moved my desk forward like an entire 6 inches. I swear to God, when you're in a VR headset, the world around you stops existing as in any way that makes sense. Because like when I play a game in VR, like I can not take a single step and somehow move like 2 feet. What the fuck? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Lady Ramirez and myself a place. You know, in Tempest.
You really do sound more and more like Ramirez.
I am delighted by your generous praise.
It's not a compliment!
Huh?
So let me just think about it, okay?
Of course.
I mean, I feel like making a permanent residence for them would be easier than your friendship with Malim, where one of the strongest beings in the world just shows up on a random Tuesday, hangs out for 30 minutes, then leaves. I feel like making a permanent residence for Ramirez would be a lot easier.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Are there Street Fighter manga? The voice actor was doing a perfect job with that. But that's Street Fighter, right? Those are from, I think. Are there manga of that? I wouldn't be surprised. I just haven't heard of them. And I feel like they wouldn't be that popular, so it's kind of weird that Rimuru would know of them and be able to recreate them. I feel like Rasengan would have made more sense, but I feel like that's probably more copyright. Well, even then, I think Jujutsu Kaisen explicitly referenced that as well, so who knows?
Marionette dead!
I do kind of feel like Shion could solo this guy.
I wonder why everyone made such a big fuss over you.
Wait and see.
He kind of caused your death.
That big sword Shion possesses is a soul eater.
You mean she has a sword that deals spiritual damage?
Have they
It's
ever
not
mentioned
that
that?
rare, is it?
So I might as well make good use of you as my new minions.
Okay, is this the whole spell or what? Because I don't feel anything. Maybe I should just give it more time.
That was the most enjoyable her character has ever been to watch.
You'll regret forcing me to use my full strength, but you brought it on yourself!
Okay.
I had nearly forgotten what my real power feels like. Are you ready? Because now...
Okay, is Rimuru just gonna one-shot him now?
You. I'm Demon Lord. No. Crazy Piero Clayman. And I will kill you, locked in fear.
It'd be cool if literally any of the antagonists were ever actually a threat. Malim and Veldora are arguably the strongest characters we've seen in the show so far, outside of the Tempest Federation. What the fuck is wrong with you, cat? And they're not enemies. Like, I think this show and Overlord really showcase how an overpowered main character can be enjoyable for a bit. After a while, though, it just gets boring beyond fucking belief. Even SAO understands this. That's why Kirito actually has difficulty in his fights. Like, he's gonna win in the end, but he actually has fucking difficulty in them. And in real life fights and the Alicization fights, he has a lot of difficulty in them. The one time anyone in this show has struggled against an antagonist who isn't, like, turned to our side within 30 seconds is when barriers were up and Rimuru was gone. And prior to them being buffed by Demon Lord Rimuru. And now even literal fucking Demon Lords are fucking cannon fodder to them. To Rimuru's generals, not even Rimuru. Granted, this show clearly has zero fucking animation budget, so maybe that's for the better. If this show's visuals matched what the sound design felt like it should be showing, like, I feel like this would have affordable levels of budget, because the sound design makes it feel like reality is cracking in half. But then it's literally just Kamehameha. Like, that's it. Or people punching each other. And that's it.
Obey my command and use your stampede defense! I don't care anymore! Just kill every single person here!
Holy crap, you said the quiet part out loud!
Why in the world would I do something so ridiculous?
Not only did Veldora coming here completely nullify any real threat from Malim in this fight, she didn't even use her combat form. Something introduced in this season. And now for the final fight of the season, that's not gonna be used. Like, what the fuck? What is this show's animation budget? Because I can't tell if it just refuses to want any fight scenes or if it just has zero fucking budget for its fight scenes. People really don't understand why budget is important for stuff. You say time is important. You know what budget gives you? More fucking time! And generally speaking, better animators as well. Whatever. Let's just finish this.
Hold up! You haven't been under his control at all? Nope!
Okay, yeah.
It's Karen! Hiding in the world's most obvious disguise? Crap! Why do I get the feeling that Raphael is exasperated with me?
So did Frey tell Malim that it was supposed to be a mind control thing? Because Clayman only walked into the room after she had already been mind controlled. So, like, why would she assume that necklace was a mind control thing? Are we gonna start pretending like Malim is fucking smart or something? I don't know, this almost feels like a Luke, I am your father type shit with this twist. Because, like, the prior events indicate a very different thing than the plot twist reveals. Like, there's a difference between red herrings and setting up the opposite of the plot twist. Yeah, the initial moment when she's mind-controlled feels more like a thing for the audience to be tricked by, which then makes it make no sense in hindsight. Okay. I'm so engaged with this villain and his death. It's such an engaging plot line, and I feel like I definitely haven't spent a ton of time on what is amounted to filler content.
You managed to keep the promise you made to me. Thank you, Malim.
What fucking promise?
Did you also know Malim was just acting? You did, huh? And that's why you couldn't identify the spell.
Maybe you should have mentioned that she wasn't being mind-controlled in any way and was just playing instead of just saying you couldn't find the spell like a fucking dumbass.
I took Clayman's Majin henchmen prisoner to make laborers of them for that specific purpose.
Yay, slavery! This is about the most uninteresting way this entire thing could have been handled.
All of you placed your trust in me. You even gave me the role of Demon Lord. But it seems this is the end.
I'll have you know I'm here by invitation. From your creator, the Demon Lord Kazalim. You see, I'm going to make this world mine.
So is this dude working for Kazalim? I think the clowns are, but this dude feels too secretive to just be working for Kazalim. And too strange. I don't know. I feel like the fact that they made Kazalim a waifu means it's not going to be a major villain going forward. Or at least won't be like a major villain that isn't brought to our side or something. But I feel like this dude seems so manipulative that I feel like he's almost final boss stuff. But I can't get a read on him.
Let's take this world with our own hands. Then, we'll spend our lives having fun.
There's no way that's just his only goal.
Yet, I can't die yet. If I die now, before I could accomplish anything, I could never forgive myself. I don't care if I never awaken as a true Demon Lord.
Okay, so are any of the 10 or Kazalim a true Demon Lord? Is that what Rimuru is? Or is he just a Demon Lord? Is that like a different status entirely? The fact that every single fucking Demon Lord is on Rimuru's side here, it's like the most uninteresting way they could have handled things.
That power is immense. We shall
Please
fight.
don't, Carrion. Allow me to handle this battle. I'll get rid of him, and the others will have to recognize me.
I'm just gonna say it. Ainz, at his goofiest, is more of a Demon Lord than almost anyone else here. The fact that Clayman is the most Demon Lord-like of this entire group so far. What?
It's time to put an end to this.
Yes, I shall do that with my newly acquired power. You'll all regret making a fool out of me. I'll force you to accept my retribution.
Next time, Octogram.
Okay, thank God we're almost fucking done. I really don't know if I'd want to do Season 3 of this as reactions. Especially since from what I was seeing online, a lot of issues continue into the next season. Which makes me so interested to watch. I feel like it'd be the pinnacle of, let me just set this at 2 times speed and play Plants vs. Zombies while I'm listening to it instead. Because, like, this shit kinda ass. Let's see. Overlord is 13, 13, 13, 13. So, yeah, it'd be 40... No, wait. It'd be 52 episodes, right? Yeah, it'd be 52 episodes, not 49. And this is 48, so... Yeah. I don't really feel like it's a coincidence that Overlord and this show are both kind of reaching their limit for me at about the same time in terms of episode count. Overlord, I mean, throughout this entire season, I've had more issues than I had with season 3 and 4 of Overlord, but by the end of Overlord season 4, I was so fucking frustrated by that show. And I feel like a lot of the reasons for that are coming over into this as well. I just feel like it's becoming nothing. Like, none of this feels like it matters. I feel like I'm wasting my time. And it's not even on a show that's fun to watch. Because this and Overlord both suffer in their animation department. Overlord is the one that looks aggressively bad, but Overlord also has way fewer fight scenes to begin with. So, and there's kind of an understanding going into almost any fight scene that it's not going to be a real fight scene. It's going to be a one-sided stomp. Whereas with this, you're never really given a clear picture on what people's strength levels are. And the show kind of has this bad habit of treating Rimuru like he's in danger, only for him to completely stomp on whatever is threatening him, and then put him up against something that actually poses a threat to him, and then like nothing really happens with the fight, like Malim and Hinata. Both of those fights were kind of giant piles of nothing, and they're the only characters who have seemed to pose an actual threat. But also, most of the ranks of Nazarick are stronger than almost the entirety of the rest of the setting in Overlord. In this, it doesn't feel like that should be the case, but then Shion one-shots a Demon Lord in his true form. And Benimaru fucking one-shots Charybdis. And Shuna fucking nukes the skeletons. Which makes a lot of the things that I would expect to be fights end up being handled in less than a minute, while then all the things that actually are fights are so much more disappointing because you watch all these non-fights that happen, and then the actual fight doesn't even look good. At least Overlord's got a really good animation style. I feel like this show, with how it looks, I feel like it should be so much easier to animate. I feel like the color schemes and art styles would make it way easier. Because there's such little definition, I feel, on characters. Whereas I feel Overlord has like a really defined look with the characters. Whereas with this, like, there's no really hard lines on anything. Kind of hard to explain what I'm talking about. I feel like the idea of like smear frames and stuff, it would be way easier with this show than it would be with Overlord. Which I feel like would make it easier to make this show look good. But then it doesn't look good. I think that's what I'm trying to define is part of why Ufotable looks so incredible. Because it's got these really defined characters that then are engaged in crazy over-animated sequences. Which looks absolutely fucking insane. I know a really good way to showcase what I'm talking about. So in my big anime video from a while back, one of the parts of it that I ended up cutting out and putting as its own video was the insert song tier list. In that, there's the songs from Dog Days. And in the performances of that, something really interesting that I felt like I noticed was that in Season 1, there's a really different animation philosophy than there was in one for Season 2. I'm going to try and find which one I'm talking about. So, look at the difference in how the next two things I show are animated. Because you got this, where the character doesn't have a lot of like definition or hard lines, but the animation's really fluid. Right? You see what I'm talking about, right? And then compare it with this. Like, the animation is way less interesting, but the character is more defined. You understand what I'm talking about? I feel like that's the best way I have to explain it. And Overlord style looks like more like the second one of those, But this show style looks more like the first one, which makes it weird to me that the animation isn't really that great a lot of the time. I feel like the only thing that really seems to noticeably impress me frequently is the hair. That's kind of it. I think, like, Rimuru's hair at the end of that episode there, I think looked pretty good. Yeah, like this section. I feel like the hair animation there is pretty nice, but it's also a bit of a, I think it's a loop, so it's also not the most impressive, I guess. Anyway, let's just finish this now. I feel like I've ranted enough.
You'll all regret making a fool out of me. I'll force you.
I swear to God, this show has got like 2 songs for dramatic sequences, which I feel like wouldn't be a problem if this specific song wasn't also in season 1. I mean, the show is now 48 episodes. The song is good. Make other ones! Why is the only one who's worried here Trainee? The one who's actually seen what Rimuru can fucking do!
Unfortunately for you, I've only just begun to show you what I'm capable of. I doubt
Maybe
even you will be able to withstand this.
I know it's anime and stuff, but maybe just go to your final form already.
This is my ultimate technique, Demon Blaster!
I feel like you've used your ultimate technique like 3 different times now. And it was multiple different things. I'm so concerned for Rimuru.
That shouldn't even be possible.
I'm so hyped about him defeating this guy, as though it's not going to take like 5 minutes for him to actually beat him, even though he could completely stomp his ass in 2 seconds. I'm so engaged with this fight.
Looks like you used thought acceleration on Clayman.
Well, I can't blame him for that. I'll ask you one more time.
What exactly is thought acceleration? Like, is it he sped up his own thoughts to hit him faster, or he sped up Clayman's thoughts so he'd register more pain? Like the one guy who shut his eyes.
I can't die here. Not like this. Please save me! Lord Cosley! It would seem I went too far this time. I should have just listened to the advice you gave me.
He already had this moment!
Truly, you were always right.
He literally already had that moment!
Well done. From this day forward, you are officially acknowledged as a demon lord.
If you want, I'll consider letting you be my new disciple.
Is anyone else bothered by how not demon lordy the demon lords in this show are? Yeah, that's a good summary of it. Clayman was outrageously stupid for a character that had been built up as this huge threat for ages. Yep. That is the exact problem I had with the end of Overlord Season 4. For almost the entirety of the show, at that point, we'd been building up to that threat. Well, not to that threat, but with a conflict with that kingdom. It's dealt with in about 20 seconds. Most underwhelming finales I've ever seen. Yep. I was getting bored of the series anyway because Rimuru was way too strong, and I fooled myself into thinking finally he'll face a challenge and we'll get a good fight, but then no, Clayman is basically brain dead and weak as fuck. Just lame. Yep. I'll be frank. I think I'm going to struggle to watch Season 3 of this more than I'll struggle to watch Mushoku Tensei Season 2. That says a lot. This is boring, frustrating, and poorly written. At least Mushoku Tensei is just frustrating and poorly written. And this is also poorly animated.
What's up with this, Menace? Your attendant is acting kind of rude. Shall I teach him a lesson for you?
I'm afraid I'm merely a humble maid serving Demon Lord Valentine.
Valentine is disguised as a maid because she's hiding her real identity. You can't just go telling everyone who she is. You just told the whole room!
I feel like they all probably knew. And if they didn't, I'd be surprised.
I knew it.
Oh, good.
Guess that means the maid was the real Demon
It's
Lord.
Gothic Lolita
Believe us,
Rimuru.
Roy, you may-
Lady Luminous.
Since my true identity has been revealed to all these people,
Wasn't that the name of a god?
When Clayman looked at you earlier, he froze if only for a mere moment. I suspect he may be involved with the insect who was lurking in my domain recently. When you return, tell everyone to strengthen security.
Understood. Ah, I knew the name Kazalim sounded familiar. He's the demon lord I killed.
Wait, you know him? It's more surprising that you don't know him.
Where did that line even come from? What? No one was talking about him.
I suspect he may be involved with the insect who was lurking in my domain recently. When you return, tell everyone to strengthen security.
Understood. Ah, I knew the name Kazalim sounded familiar. He's the demon lord I killed.
Wait, you know him?
That came out of literally nowhere.
Leon's attack destroys the mind as well as the body. It might even be worth commending Kazalim for surviving something like that. If it's true, though, it's far too quick a resurrection.
Hold up, are you trying to say you think someone helped Kazalim?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Do people normally resurrect on their own? Like, Valdoro was sealed. He wasn't killed, and that was like under a massive time limit kind of deal. But, like, how do you resurrect without outside interference?
You've got nothing to worry about from Kazalim.
That kind of complacency.
I still don't understand why there's spots for two more.
Isn't it past time that you start thinking about how to manage your own domain? Well,
does she have a domain?
Proposal? But okay, fine. You can do whatever you want. I don't even care anymore.
All right.
You know, I think one of the problems a lot of people have with lolly characters is that oftentimes they act as childish as they look. So having your fat ass out in every fucking scene while you act like a fucking 12-year-old.
I just want to come up with a new order that puts Malim at the top of it all. Whoa, steady there, kiddo.
Yeah, you guys should definitely be subservient to the most incompetent person at this table. That totally makes sense. Power hierarchies are definitely a good thing to do and definitely make sense. They definitely won't lead to your kingdoms being completely fucking ruined in the end. Nope, wouldn't happen ever with that. Nope, not in any way.
Fine, then. As of right now, Frey and Carrion are no longer demon lords. Per your request, the two of you are now free to serve Malim however you like.
So is Guy the boss of all them? He seems to be running the conversation here.
So, hey, doesn't that mean the 10 great demon lords are now just the 8 great demon lords? What?
Yes, you're correct.
Did they all not realize that? Fucking how?
We went through hell over this last time. We had to hold Walpurgis over and over just so we could decide on a name that worked.
What the fuck do you mean? You just called yourself the 10 Great Demon Lords. How did that take multiple meetings? What? Why the fuck did that take more than 10 minutes? At the absolute most.
Are they that bored?
Oh, you're talking about names? If that's the case, my buddy Rimuru is an expert.
I'd like to grant you this magnificent privilege.
I'm honored, but I think I'll pass.
I am graciously bestowing upon you the opportunity to assign us our new name. As you implied, this is a tremendous honor. And I hate to remind you of this fact, but it is because of your actions that we have 2 fewer demon lords now.
Just call yourselves the 8 Great Demon Lords.
There are 8 of us, so can't we just be the 8 Great Demon Lords or something?
Why would you title the episode if they're gonna be named?
That's too basic.
You fucking dumb shit.
So, Octogram. What do you think of that?
16.
We had to hold Walpurgis over and over just so we could decide.
Lords are present.
The matter of dignity, I suppose we shall...
Hey, doesn't that mean the 10 Great Demon Lords are now just the 8 Great Demon Lords?
Okay, so this conversation started at 1338. It is then solved 2 full minutes later with something that was the title of the fucking episode.
Yeah! I think it's genius!
I knew if anyone could pick a fantastic name, it'd be Rimuru!
Now I understand why Veldora recommended you.
Why did they all
It works. I'll grant you
initially look like it sucked? Also, why do they need a name? I feel like they made it seem like they hadn't met in
Then I shall
decades.
once again introduce everyone in Octogram, also known as the 8-star Demon Lords. Demon, the Lord of Darkness.
Wait, what?
All right.
Huh?
Will be
Pixie of the Octogram, also known as the 8-star Demon Lords.
When did that also known as come into play? You literally just invented that on the spot!
Demon, the Lord of Darkness. Key Crimson. Pixie of the Labyrinth. Ramiris.
This is literally the same fucking introduction you gave them before! Why do we need this again? It's the same fucking thing!
That concludes everything.
How wonderful. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lord Rimuru.
And that's how I became the Octogram and one of the 8 demons.
I was gonna make that joke myself. That's the only good thing to happen this entire fucking season.
Another insect claiming died only mere minutes ago.
Say what?
All is as the god Luminous willed it to be.
What the hell are you
Okay, yeah.
laughing at, you pile of garbage?
You would
Demon
dare
Lord.
insult me?
You moron! I'll
Yeah,
make
I was-
you pay for laughing at him, stupid boo!
I was pretty sure the god's name was Luminous.
You're already dead. See? I've got your core. Took you a little too
Core?
long to realize that.
Okay. The contrast between the clown's power and his reaction to Clayman's death, like, that's a massive fucking contrast. To the point that it feels weird. To the point that I fucking question if I'm supposed to actually take these guys as a threat or not. Because if you're shocked that Clayman died, you can't be that impressive. But when you do shit like this, I feel like I'm supposed to be impressed. Hey, remember these kids that are completely irrelevant to the fucking plot? I remember. Oh yeah, this thing was happening. Why'd they even bother setting that up this season? There was so much time spent on that. And it wasn't even followed through on the season. They could have done that next season. Why are they still pretending like he's just a chill dude?
I was supposed to have a completely ordinary and uneventful life, but I was killed in a random stabbing, then reincarnated in another world as a slime, where I built a nation of
You
monsters.
don't need to tell us this every time!
I saved my friends.
Oh my god!
My name is Rimuru Tempest.
How is Valdorn not a demon lord?
Am a slime.
Why? Fucking finally! Jesus! Oh my god, that was so... You know it's bad when 5 episodes of conversations that go basically nowhere are probably my favorite part of the entire fucking season. God, that kinda fucking sucked, didn't it? And I'd consider the first season like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Wow! I expected this to just be slow and not good for reactions. I didn't expect it to be this fucking bad. Where Mushoku Tensei fails in characters and morality, it makes up for it in general concept. To some degree, at least. It makes it interesting enough to keep going with it. This has bad characters, an uninteresting plot, a world that kinda fucking sucks, mysteries that I can't even understand what the mystery is intended to be, villains that are some of the worst I think I've seen in an anime. Yeah, wow, that might be the worst one of these I've done reactions to. This was just so, yeah, just so bad. I feel like I'm just gonna loop that sentence over and over the more I talk about this. So I'm just gonna shut up and be done and leave this shit behind me. Oh my god, we're finally done with that.